What's up, YouTube? You guessed it. The Preacher's Bible, New American Standard. Designed and authorized by John MacArthur. First of all, I want to say this Bible is awesome. It is expensive, but it's worth the money, I think. I'm not sure that they're going to make any more of these, or they're going into print. Maybe they'll do another round of them. I'm not sure. But today, this is the Bearded Baptist, and I want to talk to you about my Preacher's Bible, designed by John MacArthur. First of all, you'll notice the beautiful goatskin, Italian goatskin leather. All these pebbles on there, I thought it was beautiful. This is probably the first, no, this is, I think, the second premium Bible I've ever gotten. But it's got the perimeter stitching, Italian goatskin leather, the 5 raised hubs. I think that is just gorgeous myself. Of course, this is from Steadfast Bibles, 316 publishers, and all the stats and information I got from their website. But this is just a beautiful Bible. I mean, look at that. Let's focus there. It's fantastic. It's very supple. The binding is just, boom. There's the covenant from my church there, the church covenant. Reinforced binding. It's got the Steadfast reinforced spine. That's what they call it. And the Bible is, it's 2.25 inches thick, 9.75 inches in height, and 6.75 inches in width. And it weighs a metric ton. It's huge. I'm serious. You want to get a good Bible, you just see this here. You just cut it about 3 or 4 times, and then you are there. You get the palm. 65 GSM paper. It's great for writing on. I will say this. Let me just give you some of my. Where am I at here? Let me get you the Psalms. I'll show you some of the issues I faced. Is that it? No. Maybe not. Here it is. So, I will say this. This is very good paper, very slick paper. But this is with a fountain pen right here. And it just doesn't like it. It doesn't like a fountain pen. I'll say that. I probably just didn't give it enough time to dry. But look at the ghosting from a fountain pen. Amazingly. Just seeps through it, soaks it in. So naturally I changed to, I mean, that's a ton of ghosting right there. That's more than I can handle. In my other videos, you know, the ghosting doesn't really bother me, as I was talking about my Reformation condensed, but that just bothers me. But anyway, that's really the only flaw that I've seen as far as taking notes in, is that the fountain pens, it no likey. No likey at all. No. But other than that, guys, it's absolutely fantastic. 10.5 font. 27 blank pages are in this thing. But before I get to that, I'm sorry. The margins are fantastic. I think it's 1.5 inch margins. Black letter. There's no red letter in here. There's a concordance in the back. No maps. And also, like I said, there's 27 blank pages in the Bible. I mean, just look at those thick pages. Concordance. These thick pages, man. It's fantastic for taking notes in. I'll kind of show you what I've done in mine in the front. So I've taken some quotes from preachers, put them in there, and then I've written out a poem by C.T. Studd. Only one life will soon be past, only what's done for Christ will last. That's my Leonard Ravenhill voice. Somebody I had the privilege of sharing the gospel with and professing faith. I think this is just a fantastic Bible. Lays flat, Smith's own. Like I said, the reinforced spine, 2 black thick ribbons with the gold art gilding, which it will scar a little bit, but man, who cares, dude? It's a Bible. It's meant to be used. It's not meant to be looked at and say, oh, that's pretty. Oh, that's real pretty. I don't think I'm going to mess with that Bible. It's so pretty. Give it a break, man. Up in that thing. What is it? Charles Spurgeon said, if you see a Bible that's falling apart, it's likely that its owner's not. Get you some of that. Spurgeon. Let me just show you, here's some notes that I've taken in the Romans study with Dr. Stephen Lawson. Just a wealth of knowledge, and you're able just to make these fantastic notes in the margin, and just reference things. There's no references in here, so it's fun to make your own references, and I think it keeps you sharper. I think it gives you the ability to say, I've read that somewhere. I'm going to write that down. And then you go find it, you say, yep, I read it, and you can make your references from there. Absolutely amazing. I find that to be a great treasure and a great help. But this paper is super nice, super thick, and these are done with, I think I had just regular ballpoint pens here, and then I think I switched to the Micron later. But there's not a lot of ghosting, even with the regular ballpoint pens. And as you can see, I can still read what I've written on this side of the paper, even though I've written on this side as well. So it's not so bad that you're like, oh my goodness. The layout is verse by verse, and I think that's fantastic when you're preaching. I've preached to this Bible just one time, but I've taught from it with my young adults class many times. But being able just to look down and see those verses helps out a lot. You can reference. You don't really lose your place. It's the simplicity of it. And of course, this Bible's been designed by none other than John MacArthur. And after 50 years of preaching, I'd say he probably knows what he's talking about. So he designed a beautiful Bible here, and kudos to Steadfast and also 316 Publishers, who I guess they're the parent company over Steadfast. Fantastic Bible. I can't say enough about it. I did every day carry this thing, believe it or not, for a little while, but let me see if I can find what I started noticing. Yeah, but the pebble grain, I don't know if you can see that. You can see how it's got a little shing right here. Well, it started to smooth out right here as it was in my everyday carry bag. And, I guess just the nature of me having it open and moving it on my desk and things. But, excuse me, absolute fantastic Bible. I think it's beautiful. But it does weigh 2,247 pounds. And it will stay on top of a car, and you can hit the brakes and it'll just shift like that. It's not going anywhere. I liked it because I could put it in my center console, and I could put like a cell phone or something on it and hit the brakes, and it didn't take anything anywhere. So I thought it was okay. That's a neat feature. That is one of an on-the-job tidbit just for you. This Bible here can give you the stick-to-itiveness. Forget that. Anyway, I think it's just awesome. Beautiful Bible. Something that will last a lifetime. I liked it so much that I bought one for my dad. He was like, "You think I'm going to be a preacher, boy?" I said, "I don't know, Dad. You don't never know what the Lord might do to you. He might get you going. He might have you preaching that word." So I just thought that much of it to get him one. It's just a cool Bible. And I think it's one, like I said, it's an heirloom Bible. Something you can pass down to your family, your kids, and that was something that really John MacArthur talked about in one of his interviewed videos. And I'd say he's 100% correct, because what a treasure it would be to have a Bible that your great-grandparent, your dad, a brother in faith had, and you can look at this and say, man, just look at how God showed them the scriptures. Look at how God worked in their lives as they studied and flipped through the pages of his blessed word. And God used this person, and I get to see ever so slightly into those intimate moments that this person had with God as God illuminated the scriptures to them. This is the New American Standard Bible. This is probably my first, I think it is my first New American Standard, and I find it to be absolutely fantastic read. It is one of the more literal translations, or word-for-word translations, and I love it. I actually, when I was reading it in one of my classes, one of my young adults said, what translation is that in the New American Standard? And I'm like, man, I love that. We are an ESV church, but like I said, I have preached out of this one time, and really nobody was, I'm sure people were the wiser, but I'm just not sure anyone had a gripe about it. But again, it really hurt my heart that my fountain pen did not work in this Bible. It was hard to put down the fountain pen, guys. I'll just be honest with you. But anyway, this is the Bearded Baptist, and this is my Bible. The Preacher's Bible by John MacArthur, 316 Publishing, Steadfast Bibles. It is a monster, a brick. Love it. So, guys, I want to encourage you, while you can, go out and get some of these. I was looking on 316's website, and I believe they have some blemished versions, which would probably consider what mine is now. I did pay full price of my own money, and it hurt, but once I got it, the first thing I thought of, though, when I first got it was, what's the big deal with this thing? It's just huge. But as I began to dig into it, love on it, be acquainted with it, I saw the value of it almost instantly. Is that the note-taking, the verse-by-verse, being able to come up with my own references, and making it my own study Bible. That was the coolest feature for me. So I hope you like this video. Like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.